and the Cavaliers are, whew, did they have a major letdown in this last game here? Yeah, they lost game 4 to the Orlando Magic, 112-89. And they were down by as many as 30 in the fourth quarter. They went up 2-0, and then they just completely fell apart. And now as the series is tied, do you think that's just, hey, that's just they had two at home, then they had two at away, they can get back in control of this series? Or do you think this is a sign of they're kind of losing it here and they might be in trouble moving forward?
Well, I don't know if for whatever reason that the Cavaliers and this team or the Cavalier teams in the past couple of years has been their makeup. If you notice, like they'll have games where they beat they look like world beaters and they'll beat
Yeah.
high level teams within the NBA, but then they'll turn around and lose to teams that they should beat or you feel like they should beat. This is their MO. For whatever their makeup is, this is how they move. So normally I would say they're in trouble because somewhere there's something amiss or there's something brewing that may be unseen or in the locker room or behind closed doors. But to me, this is kind of like their makeup, and unfortunately, it's hard to tell. You know, if they're going to go one way or the other. I think they'll be okay. I think they'll bounce back and handle business, but potentially they can win the next game by 10, 15 points and then come back and lose the next one by 10 and 15.
And then
So
it
I don't
goes
think
to
it's
and then it goes to game 7, and it's a toss up at that point,
it's a
regardless
toss
of
up.
where.
And that's why, you got teams that are close in seeding. That's what you're going to get.
That's right. So you don't think this is the end for them, but you just think that they're too chaotic as a team. They're too
It's their
inconsistent.
they're too inconsistent. That's their MO. Like they have too many games in the past couple of years, not just this year, the past year and a half, 2 years, where it's unexplainable. Like they're at home, or they came off a road trip, beat a good team on the road, they come home and they lose at home. It's you know, it's just interesting to watch. And again, you just don't know what the makeup of these teams and how they go about their business. The same with the NFL. You don't know until you get the guys together, and you hope that the coaches who are the team managers are able to corral these personalities and get them to jail mentally so that they can carry out the end goal. And you just don't know what you're going to get along the way. And you have dynamics like the Pistons, for example, that you watching an NBA team and they can't win a game, and then they might hit a stretch, where they win two or three in a row, and then you're like, what happened? And then they go back to losing. So
Or
it's
29 in a row or whatever it was. I'm
right,
so glad we weren't doing this back then, Jimmy. That
but
would
you
not.
have the coach. You have the coach of the year, who comes from building or help building a great program out west, and he comes to Detroit. You expect the same things, but
Yeah,
again, you just don't know what factors he's dealing with in that locker room that's already taken place. And
that's
then
right.
you got moving parts, and it takes a lot. It really takes a lot. That's why you have to enjoy or appreciate the teams that win the championships and get all the way there, and that are able to push all their issues and problems aside to win.